Hey, so this video is about feeling lost in life. Just gonna explain some scenarios and really just teach you how to deal with your feelings. Feeling lost, like you don't have a purpose, like you don't have a goal, a direction, a place to belong, people to love you. That kind of video. I hope this could be of some use to you. And I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Some of your experiences. I wouldn't mind talking to you all personally either. Yeah, let's get into it. So, number one, I know a lot of people struggle with having a sense of belonging. I know a lot of people feel like they are the problem a lot of times in other people's lives. A lot of people feel projected onto, and a lot of people also think that a lot of other things are the problem, right? So let's break it down. So you feel lost, you feel like you don't have a purpose, you feel like you don't belong, right? What that actually comes from is not knowing yourself, right? And projection onto the world. So you feel lost because you haven't found yourself, you don't see yourself. When you don't see yourself, then it's easy to say life doesn't isn't a certain way, it doesn't suit me, it doesn't life doesn't fit me basically in a sense, wherever I go I don't belong. People may mock, this is just my experience I'm talking from, like people mock me, um people don't see me, people make fun of me. Most recent thing I got was that who I am is a problem, you know. Um, you can't do things a certain way. Things don't work like that. That's not realistic. Um, that you need a status, you need name, that you need to be a certain way to be accepted. You need to do certain things to have happiness and love in life, and that who you are is not never enough, basically, right? In short. So, how do you deal with that? So you come and you look at yourself like I'm looking at this camera right now, so this version of me on the camera, this is how I imagine myself in my mind, right? I would look at my feelings and I would look at the version of me that appears to be within my feelings and it sometimes. So in a lot of my inner work I would see me who was maybe 5 years old, I would see a me who was 10, I would see a me who was 13, a me who was 15. I would see me who was like from a couple of weeks ago, different versions of me attached to different feelings. And I would look them in the eyes and I would say, you know what, all your traits and qualities, if you were the problem for people, if you didn't know better, if you were too much, as people said, and if you were just the problem, then I still accept you and I still love you no matter what. Then I would take that feeling, that version of me, and I would accept that version of me. I would hold them in my arms and I would say, I love you. I take responsibility for you. You are mine and I would never abandon you. And I listen to what he says. He might say, oh, well, Israel, I feel really hurt. These people really hurt me. These people really X, Y, and Z. And I'd be like, alright, I love you regardless of what they did. I'd never abandon you and I'm here to listen to you. Just talk to me. Tell me what it is. And I give myself that presence. And I feel the love for myself that others didn't give for me. Didn't give to me in those moments. And that love that I feel for myself is enough for me. It doesn't have to be anything else. It's just that I get to feel the love that I wanted in that moment. I feel it now. So I get to be free of what happened in the past in a sense. Because it's not like I'm trying to forgive myself. It's just that what did I want? And I just wanted love, so I gave it to myself. You know, um, not to say that other people took it away, but I just couldn't see the love through that lens of life in that current moment. So I need to be able to bring it to myself. And I'm like, okay, how do I talk to myself then? I'm like, all right, listen, other people have expectations, other people have standards, other people have rules, their own experiences which they're gonna give, which they probably went through. The same way you went through hurt is the same way they probably went through hurt. So let's just love them for who they are too. Let's not be mad at them. Let's not project back onto them the same thing as that they said to us. Like, okay, so this is another part of it. Oh, they are the problem. No. They came at me in a certain type of way. I'm not going to make them a problem because nature has no problems in it. There is no problems in nature. Nature is naturally in its harmony. We come and F it up with our projections. So we're not going to do the same thing they did to us. We're not gonna say that, alright, they have problem. No, we're not gonna let. We're gonna say, you know what? I know the experiences I went through. I know how it feels to be in pain. So let me love you too, no matter who you are. I just wanna love you. And you give me a second. Right. So back to where I left off. You are. Shoot, I forgot what I was saying. Right, other people, right, are gonna. The truth is, you're gonna feel like, other people projections about you. They might be right. They might just be right sometimes. They might also be wrong, right? So you're gonna take those feelings that you have on somebody and just love that person regardless of whatever they did, right? And then you might be like, well, Israel, this person did X, Y, and no. They didn't do nothing. Stop it. Like, I'm not gonna say that you're gonna let somebody walk over you, but what you're gonna do is have love for yourself and respect for yourself in the sense that they did X, Y, and Z to you, or they projected their feelings in this way, right? You picked up on it, or you were the center of the focus, then you would say, you know what? No, this is not going to happen in my life. I'm not going to be a part of this frequency, a part of this emotion of sadness, this quarreling, this anger. No, I know myself. I choose to see myself, to see what I deserve, what I want in this life. And what I want is for love and peace. And if it can't have it between us, then maybe we shouldn't talk. You know, don't talk to me if you're not gonna talk to me in love. Don't talk. Two cats fighting like down the street. Anyway, don't talk to me if you're not gonna talk to me in love, right? Don't talk to me if you're not gonna treat me kindly. I don't really like to use the word kind, but in love, in integrity. Don't be around me if you're gonna judge me and criticize me. Like, I have eyes. I could see my flaws, right? You know, sometimes you might make a mistake and somebody might be like, hey, you know, what do you think you did there? But don't come and be like, oh, you're stupid. You know, if I was a racist person coming at you, oh, you have curly hair. If it's somebody who intellectually is smarter than you, like, oh, you're inferior in me and math, and you can't do good. If it's somebody who taller than you, oh, you're short. You know, don't let those kinds of people come around you. Let the ones who want to support you come around you. So it's like, alright, you know, it's like you fumbling in. Let's say you want to be a really good gardener, right? It's just the example I'm thinking of right now. It's like, oh, you're digging your holes wrong. You'd be like, somebody who's more experienced would be like, oh, you're doing it kind of bad, you know, like you're not going to have the optimum hole size. I don't know what gardening really actually, but you're not going to have the optimum hole size if you do it this way. Let me show you how I do it, and this is how I get my results, you know? And That's advice. That's advice. Not, oh, you're dumb, you can't do it. You can't do it. You're doing it stupid. Not that. No. That's not advice. Real advice is like, hey, this is how you do it. Let me show you the best way you can do it. I understand what you're doing. I take in what you're doing. Like that's a value too. You don't invalidate people. And you let them be. Okay? And if that person doesn't want to listen, then okay, let them go. Number one, right? That's that area, right? And then sometimes, right, we often feel oppressed by our environment in the sense that you want something, maybe you love somebody, and you're just not allowed to be with that person, or maybe you want a car and you feel like you can't afford it. So there's two different types of oppression. The first one is like, all right, maybe friends don't like that person, maybe family doesn't like that person, and that person could be a good person, like just saying. But because of the paradigm which they view people, they're like fighting you down, like, I don't want you in this relationship, and it's like you wouldn't even give the person a chance, and it's just like, well, I don't. And then the people who quarrel with you is like, I don't care, they're not X, Y, and Z. So it's like you're watching somebody from material status, right? It's like, oh, this person. Let's just use me for example, yes? I'm a freaking perfect example of everything at this point. Everything bad. False accusations. Might be like, oh, Israel is young. He don't really have any, start anything in his life as yet, maybe, or he doesn't have material things right now, or Israel isn't a follower of our beliefs, or Israel isn't a certain race, or Israel isn't of a certain status in the sense that he's not a doctor or a lawyer or something, right? And before getting to know the person, you just start projecting all your fears onto him, all your worries, and it's like, no, you just can't be with that person. It's like, well, why not? This creates hardship. It's like, get to know people before you judge them. Even if they don't fit your beliefs, if they're a good person and they want the best for somebody, then let them show themselves. Not prove, but show themselves the character that they are. Because I've been, and I say this because I've been, and I don't want to say victim too, but on the receiving end of slander a lot in my life. When I was younger, like at 5 years old, plenty of people used to call my asshole for like no reason. I was like, I'm 5. Like, today's my first day alive. Today, like, I make mistakes. I'm 5. Today is my first day alive. Today, I don't know any better. Today, simple. Like, I may know the things that I know because of my past, but I don't know anything about today. I don't. And you don't get to make assumptions about me and say X, Y, and Z about me because I've lived my... Today is your first day alive today too. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Just learn. You gonna make mistakes, I gonna make mistakes. I'm not trying to. I do my best. Let me, like, understand, like, okay, show me how I'm making my mistakes. I try to understand you. Like, show me, like, tell me how I'm going wrong, and I'll see if I can listen, like, see if I can do better, like, genuinely, like, do that with people in your life. It's okay to tell people, like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, well, the right people, I should say. Just do it with yourself, like, tell yourself, talk to yourself, like, I don't know what I'm doing, self. Like, okay, well, and this is where self-acceptance comes into play, is like, if you accept yourself, right, and you accept where you're at, you understand that you are learning and you're growing, then each day for you will be a learning and growing experience, right? So gradually you'll get yourself into the gear where you feel you are called to, because each day you take any step to learn, this isn't kindness, this isn't love, this isn't my version of success. This isn't where I want to be in life. I don't want to be hurting people. I want to be treating people kind. I want to be better in my schoolwork in this kind of way. Okay, getting a D is not for me. Failing courses is not for me. I don't like that. That's how you do it. You learn what you want by learning what you don't want. Simple as that. Sometimes you have to go through experiences to show that you really don't want that experience in your life. And sometimes you go through experiences to show you that what you really want is that thing that you want. But even though something might be fighting you for it, you still may want that thing. And you may know it's aligned for you, but things may be fighting you. And that comes in the second point, like a car. So you may be financially stricken to not get that car. So things can happen. Like, okay, for example, right? Somebody could give you a car, like legit. Somebody could just give you a car. Like, people might be like, that's not realistic. Just shut up. Somebody could give you a car. And you can manifest that, honestly. And you may be financially stricken, so you might see your environment and your current circumstance as an oppressor, but really and truly it's just a way to expand your mind. So you could manifest somebody giving you a car and getting a job to be able to maintain that car, right? Or you could get yourself in a position where you could afford the things that you want in life. So it's a way to expand, not a way to contract. Even if you feel like your light is gone and you feel like you don't know what to do, as long as you accept yourself, and this may sound airy for you, but the truth is, as long as you accept yourself and you see yourself, you see what you want and what you don't want, then you'll always be on your path, because then you'll only have opportunities that align with you if you keep being honest to yourself, because you're saying no to the things that don't align with you and you're saying yes to the things that align with you. So naturally, you will have what you want. It's as simple as that, but people don't see it that way. People see it as struggle, fight, war, this, that, race, religion. Like, I've been through every possible circumstance. I wouldn't even share some of those, like, but it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal, you know. Like, I don't know why. What are you holding on to? What kind of ideas are you holding on to? What kind of feelings are you holding on to? What kind of things are you holding on to that just stopping you from seeing life? And some people might be like, Israel is wrong, and okay. The moment you say I'm wrong, the moment you say this, that, the moment you say, unless you know the absolute truth of life, then is the moment you just close your mind off to possibilities. A racist person might be getting $1 million job from a black man. Like, a white person might get $1 million job from a black man and be like, nah, he black, I want to be with him. It's dumb, you know. The best opportunities are often right in front of your face, but because you're not ready to let go of who you once were, what you hold on to, then you don't get it. But nonetheless, that was my video. I love you always and forever.